Oh dear, I screwed up big time because I went and deleted the videos I'd done on this bow. I had it on the steamer and steamed out the worst of the dog leg, and you can see it sort of lines up fairly straight now. It's a scruffy, skinny split off some ash that I had years ago. It was originally cut by the well-known but now deceased bowyer Chris Boyton for a bow making course he did in a woodland near us. So it's split and it would have followed the grain, so I've left it like that. I've taken the back down to follow a growth ring, but the requirement is long draw, 34-inch draw at a low draw weight. 35 pounds in theory, but that's ridiculously low, so it'd end up being like a piece of wet spaghetti. I'll probably aim for 40. It's for a mate of mine at the club, for a friend of his who's got an injured shoulder, so he can't pull, but he can't hold a high draw weight. He's got a long draw, but apparently can pull a 60-pound compound that's got a lot of let off. Well, to my mind, the answer to that is don't hold at full draw for ages, as is the habit of compounders and target archers. But anyway, I'll make this just see how it goes on, but it's going to be tricky to tiller being such a low draw weight. Let's get it on the tiller and just see what it looks like. Right, I don't normally clamp a bow on the tiller, but in fact I don't know if you can see that belly there goes in at an angle. It's very chamfered from where it was split out of the tree, but I just want to have a look, see which is the stiffer limb and see if I've got enough wood there for 40-pound draw weight, because it's skinny as hell. Right limb's flexing quite nicely. There's 40. Left limb's stiff. So yeah, we should. So we'll call that 40 at 19 inches. So we should have enough wood there to brace it. It was an absolute pig because it's so long I can barely reach to get the string on. Not that there's a huge amount of tension, it's just the geometry of it. So I had to use a stringer and put string grooves and little wooden tip overlay. Let's just have a shufty. Obviously that right limb is weak and there's a bit of a weak spot there. Just here, a little bit of a potential hinge, but let's just, don't want to put it too much further than that. There's about 40, well, sorry, it is 40 at about 23. So we'll obviously get there, but I need to, look at that on the tiller, make a little mark there so I know to leave that. And the other problem is, because it's so long, it's going to be so thin that it's probably going to end up not complying with the rules about being a longbow. But you know what I think of rules, there for the guidance of wise men and the obedience of fools. Tillering this long draw ash bow is a bit of a nightmare, because you barely have to wave a rasp at it and it suddenly all shifts, and unless you exercise it, you can't see what it's doing. I think I've got it about there now anyway. It's supposedly going to be 35 at 20 at 34 inches, but that's such a low draw weight it's almost impossible, so I'm aiming for 40. Because that can always ease off. It's funny, it's still stiff here. I know how much I take off, it seems to stay stiff, but we'll get in there. Boing. So there's 40, about 35. So it'll do it, and maybe it just looked better tillered up the other way. Yeah, this limb being weaker is better as the upper limb, but with such a long bow it doesn't make a lot of difference. It's the sort of thing will need a lot of shooting in, I'd have thought. Oh, I think that looks nicer that way. Yeah, I'll probably take a whisker off here still. I think I'll have it up that way. I'll take a whisker off there. But, it's going to shoot like a yard of pump water. It's going to be very slow and sluggish. I've got most of the waggle out of it. You can see a bit of waggle at this far end here. Just a bit of fun really. But how the hell do you test shoot it? I haven't got any arrows 34 inches long. I'll perhaps splice a couple of old broken arrows together so I can shoot it. Yeah, it's just had a couple of strokes of the vasp. Just trying to improve that lower limb. Let's get down here so we can see what it's doing. I don't know what keeps going quick. There's probably something in the nock. Okay, there's 34. There, perfect. 37 at 34 inches. Hopefully that looked a bit prettier. I'll slap some horn knocks on it and call it good.